We came today to find out more about my step-grandpa, Thomas Joseph Kelly, who my granny called Pat. He was her beloved husband, and I knew he died in 1917, and it's 100 years since he died, so we thought this was a wonderful time to come and find out more.
We had very limited information or background on my grandfather, and the hope today was to furnish ourselves with a bit more information. We're walking away happy in the knowledge that we've confirmed a couple of operations that he was on.
I'm very much a believer in the multicultural values of the modern Britain, and the idea that you should have to choose, that there are extremists who say you have to choose between a British identity, which is all wrapped up in World War I and World War II and the flag, and you have to choose that, or a British Muslim identity or a hyphenated British identity. Kind of politically, that's always struck me as nonsense. You shouldn't have to choose. And this project goes to show that it's also just bad history, that if you go back, there were hundreds of thousands of British Muslims fighting in World War I.
I suspect I wouldn't be here were it not been for Indian soldiers. My dad was in the Indian Army. He took a Pathan troop of muleteers from the northwest frontier, goodness knows what they thought of it, to Marseille and northern France outside Lille. Their job was to resupply the front line with ammunition and food, and then when the Germans swept them up, my father had to lead them all, go with them all, to Dunkirk. The mules were turned free in a French village. I suspect they made very good eating for the French in the starvation days of the war. They made it without losing a single man, and when they got back, I was conceived. In fact, my father always used to say that I should really have my third name should have been Jeremy John Dunkirk Ashdown, and he said on many occasions during that trip back, his life was saved. They all saved each other's lives, I suppose, by the Indian soldiers he was fortunate enough to command. So I'm here as an act of gratitude and homage.